There we go. I think I'm live now. Been listening to a little quiet ride in the background, get me all metal headed up. Metal, metal, health to drive you mad. Bang your head. I want to give people an opportunity to get in before I get old Evan up here. I think you're really going to enjoy the live stream this evening because I have just met Evan and uh, just become familiar with his channel, and I think he's got something going on there. I think he's got something uh, that's going to take off, and you're going to want to get to know it. I'm just convinced of it. My day, I tell you what, I've been kind of lazy here lately. I guess it's the heat or something. I don't know, or it may just be I'm lazy. I'm not real sure, but it's hard for me to get out. Let me turn this so you don't have to see people coming in. Hey there, hey there, Jesse. Hey there, Autumn. Good to see you, Autumn. What's old Cody up to this evening? Uh, Bill from Peterson Farms in Nashville. Howdy, Cooker. I'm trying to figure out what that's in reference to, Jesse. Maybe it's my video that I just put out, the collab with Boots and Bounty. Uh, I don't like doing cooking videos. I don't know why. I'm just not good at it. Because I never measure anything. I don't know how to measure anything. I just put this, that, and there. Sometimes it turns out good. Sometimes it don't. Uh, anyway, and plus I don't. I've been filming here lately with my phone, and it works great. But I have a hard time uploading it to my computer. And so I got my camera out again. I was trying it, but when you use the camera and you got a light in the background, it messes it up. I don't know. I'm still learning all this tech stuff, so y'all just gonna have to bear with me. I may do something different. I'm not real sure how Evan's internet's going to hold up. I hope it holds up real good. Right now, it's looking pretty good. I'm looking at him in the green room. He's eating all my M&Ms, Jesse. He's eating the pretzels, too. Next thing you know, he's going to want me to provide coffee or cold drinks or something. And what I may do, because I want you all to meet him and him to meet you. He's fairly new at this, been doing it maybe 3 or 4 months. I can't remember, 4 months? He's been doing it 4 months, 2 months. I give him 2 extra months. 2 months he's been on YouTube, doing really good. He has 280. Last I seen was 282 or something like that. He may be more than that now, but gets lots and lots of views on his videos. And I'm going to get into that in just a minute when he pops up. But I think you'll enjoy it. But what I may do, if you got a question for him, I may put the thing in the stream and let you pop up and ask him a question, let him see your face, let him know who you are, and that way y'all can get to know one another on a little bit better basis. But we'll see how it works out here. But just let me know if that sounds like a plan for y'all. Let me go through here and see who has joined us. Maria Manissa, Camille Sedang Minuga. I hope I just didn't cuss. I've already mentioned Jesse and Autumn and Phil. Brian Stansberry from Iola, Kansas. It's good to see you, Brian. I appreciate you coming out. I've seen you around a time or two. Lascious, there we go, Lascious. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. Got Gwen Baroque Cowgirl. I always like saying Baroque. And there's my buddy from over there in Arizona. Nick, I meant to text you today because I got a question. I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to make a video. It's a music video. And I've got a couple of other channels that I'm going to get in on it. And I'm just going to try and edit it into the video with them in it. I don't know how it's going to work. We'll see. But I hadn't figured out how to get them the video because I can't figure out how to do it through email. I don't know. It's driving me bonkers up here, and it don't take much, y'all. Uh, but Nick had mentioned that I could put it on YouTube, put it on unlisted, and then send it that way. So I may try that, but I don't know how to send it to a particular person. I got it up on YouTube. It's unlisted. Anyway, we'll get all that later. I'll hash that. I'll get up with you, Nick, later on some of that. My thing jumped on me. I apologize. And any of y'all that use StreamYard, you know what I'm talking about. Got Mitchell. If y'all seen his live last night, y'all gonna be highly disappointed with this live unless Evan's got on yoga pants. I don't think he's got on yoga pants and makeup. But if y'all listen, yeah, Belinda said I can't do that, y'all. Sorry, Brenda. I know you're expecting that to happen in Kentucky, but it ain't. Was just watching my cooking video. Oh, I appreciate that, Pine. I seen yours too. Anyway, go back and check out, if you can, Hendrickson Family Farm, Mitchell, his live last night, where I can't even say he done a somersault because it wasn't a somersault. Even I could have done that, Mitchell, and I'm way not coordinated. Appreciate you throwing up all these links, Jesse. There's Cody. I was wondering where you was at. Always good to see Cody. Cody had a good live. He mounted a wall mount, a deer, and went there. He makes it look so easy, like it's just nonchalant. He just doing, and then before you know it, he's got a whole deer mounted, and it looks fantastic. Hey there, Mud Mascara. Yeah, is it Tiffany? I think it might be Tiffany. I may be wrong. If it is, correct me, because I don't mind being corrected. Log grow. Yeah, he called it a log grow. It was hilarious, y'all. Hello there, Shannon. Good to see you. Look, well, I was about to bring him up, but it went kind of black on me again. I hope we don't have trouble with his internet. There he is. You ready to come up? You ready to say hello to everybody? All right, give me the thumbs up, y'all. Yeah, I know you're just going through the. Hey, but you make it look easy, Cody. Hey, Road Dog. I love that logo you got on there. Anywho, what was I talking about? Oh, I was about to get Evan up. Y'all, if you've never seen Evan, his channel is The North Branch. Been doing it for 2 months. And, well, let me just get him up and you can meet him yourself because he's outside and I know he's probably ready to get on up here. How you doing?
I'm good, Chuck. Nice to meet you finally.
Good to meet you. Let me turn this fan off so I can hear you a little bit better.
Thanks for all the kind words about my channel.
Oh, hey, man, I mean it. I've noticed you on several lives, making comments. You've been on our live, I think, a time or two. Yep. But I've seen you elsewhere. And I said, well, I got to get to know this fella, but time and everything gets away from me. And then you contact me through email. And I'm going to tell you something, Evan. If somebody is trying to get me to, try to promote their channel, promote this, promote that, I'm a little bit leery of that because some people just go overboard with it. But I seen you in these chats and these lives, and you're just there. You're making comments. You're not trying to force yourself on anybody. And I said, I can handle that. I like that. And I appreciated you getting out in touch with me because I went back and I checked out your channel. And I went all the way back to the very beginning. And so I didn't get to watch all of them because of time restraints, but I did watch quite a few of them and watch them on my TV, so I didn't comment on some of them. But the very first video, when you explained what you were doing, if y'all had never seen Evan, when you go to this channel, just take a moment, go all the way back to his very first video. It's not that far. He's only been doing it 2 months. Go back to the first video, and right there you'll catch up and figure out what's going on in the life of Evan. And Brian just went and subbed. Hey, I'm telling you, you're not going to be disappointed. You're just not. And I don't say that lightly. I like people, some people, just because I know them, I've been around them and all, whatever. But there's some channels I like what they're doing. And I like what you're doing.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah. Now, before we get all into this homestead stuff, I know that's where you're at. I know that's what you're doing at the moment. But Evan, you used to play baseball. Did I understand you played at Ball State?
Yep.
Ball State, and you're a pitcher.
Yes, sir. Right-handed pitcher.
Right hand. I actually went back and looked at some of your stats. I Googled you. And went back and looked at some of your stats. Done pretty good, it looked like.
My stats weren't very impressive. I walked a lot of people.
Well, I didn't see that. I was just looking at some of the wins. And
gotcha.
And I've seen as you progress through the years that it just increasingly got better, it looked like to me.
I was a late bloomer for sure. Trying to grow into my body.
Well, you did get drafted.
Yes.
Didn't you? Who drafted you?
The Cincinnati Reds.
Cincinnati. I was telling my wife it was San Francisco Giants, and I don't know where I got that from. It was just in my head. But so Cincinnati Reds drafted you.
Yep.
But you had some issues with your arm. Is that right?
Yeah, they drafted me. I went down to the spring training facility. They took an MRI on my elbow, and they said my UCL, or my ligament in my elbow, was too thick, and I had a high risk of injury, so they didn't sign me.
I got you.
So
and that's it. They got so many people they can choose from too. It's
right.
a business. Yep. I mean, that's what it is. It's a business, and you can't really fault them for that. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up with these chat. Hey, Michael, MB Heritage Farms, and hey there, Chris and Larry over there in Arizona. Now you're from Indiana, right?
No, I'm from Michigan originally. Mm-hmm.
Where are you at now, though?
Northern Wisconsin.
Northern Wisconsin. I don't know what I'm thinking. I guess I've been all over looking at different people. For some reason, I was thinking you was in Indiana the whole time because I was about to tell Phil. See, Phil is from
Nashville.
Well, Nashville. He's from little Nashville, Indiana. But I don't know. I don't know about Muncie. I don't know what that's about.
That's where Ball State is.
So you're in Wisconsin now.
Yep.
Okay. What you got? Mosquitoes or?
Yeah, I'm outside. Yeah, so if I'm swatting anything, that's what's going on. And I hope my audio is okay.
Yeah, it's a little low, but I think I can hear you all right. I guess everybody in the audience can hear you all right. If you can, just let me know if y'all can hear Evan all right. Your picture quality is good. I was worried about that because when you first come on, it was kind of glitchy. But it's good now. But how you played baseball, and then they seen your arm, obviously, and said, well, that's going to cause us issues. It's going to cause more issues than we're willing to pay for, apparently. But they wouldn't release you.
Yeah, so they still owned my rights, so I couldn't sign with anyone else. It was a crazy, crazy time in my life for sure.
I bet it was. So how long was you in all that?
Was I in what?
When you was with the Reds, how long? I mean, did you stay there and just?
I was there for like a week, and then it took that long to get the MRI results back, and then I was just kind of chilling in the clubhouse that whole time, and they called me in and we talked about everything, and I was sent home, and then I couldn't sign with anyone else. Yeah, I couldn't sign with anyone else for months after that, for some reason. It was crazy.
I don't know. All that's beyond me. I don't understand it all. I had a friend of mine, and you probably have heard of him. You probably know him. Well, he wasn't really a friend. I went to school with him early on, and then we moved off to Tennessee for a while and come back. And when we come back, we moved to, there are 2 towns kind of side by side. We moved to another one, but we played baseball together. We always went over there. They come over here, and different schools and growing up. But I grew up in Louisiana, and Ben McDonald. I know you've heard of Ben McDonald.
I have not.
You never heard of Ben McDonald?
No.
Ben McDonald. Well, I mean, he does a lot of announcing on like in College World Series.
Okay.
And like with LSU baseball, he went to LSU, played there, and very well known. He does a lot of, or he did at one time, do a lot of videos with the Real Tree Outdoors.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, when you get famous like that, everybody wants you in on their stuff. But when we was growing up, I hated to bat against him. And it wasn't because he had such speed. He had at that time more speed than most of the average kids. But he wasn't that accurate. You was always wondered if you was going to get beamed, in the head or something. Right.
Effectively wild.
Yeah, he was effectively wild. That's right.
Yeah.
And I went to school with another boy that got drafted. But he got hurt in a car wreck, and he wound up not doing anything with baseball. But he was extremely accurate, and I could hit him with no problem because I knew he wasn't going to hit me, if that made sense. I knew it was going to be a strike. I knew it was going to be close to the strike zone. He was good. I mean, he was very good. But, up here, I knew that he wasn't going to beam me in the head. With Ben McDonald, I was scared to death every time I got up against him. But I guess that works. With you pitchers, y'all like getting into the heads of people, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Yep, that's the game.
All right. Now, everybody probably is wondering, Ball State is in Muncie. Okay, I got you. I appreciate you clearing that up for me. Hey there, Randy. Good to see you. Now, you went back to some land that's been in your family. How long has it been in your family?
Since 1918.
Since over 100 years. That's right.
Yep. My great-grandfather bought this and built a house, and they were homesteaders back then. And my grandfather and his brother grew up here, and they've all moved away, and we just held on to the land. We've managed to hold on to it, and I want to do the same thing and homestead and pass it on to the next generation.
How many acres are you on right there?
We own 200.
200? Well, that's a big chunk of land. You got plenty of woods, and
it's pretty much, it's all hardwoods. Like this, my dad built a house here a few years ago when he retired, and that was like the only clear spot we have. Like it's all woods.
Okay. Well, I seen in one of your videos you was cutting some trees for a garden spot. I think that's what you was cutting it for, or maybe a chicken pen or something. I can't remember.
There was ash trees, and we cleared them, and that's where our garden is. And that's pretty much what we've built a lot of our garden out of, is ash trees that we fell.
Okay. If y'all hadn't seen it, and I don't want to just give away everything, and I don't think it'll matter because you'll want to go see it anyway. Evan, he's in Wisconsin, southern Wisconsin?
Northern Wisconsin.
Northern Wisconsin. You think I'd get one of them right? Eventually I will. He's in northern Wisconsin, Pineapple. He's doing things. I like to think of it as, you got to do things now. You're getting your garden in, you're getting bird, chickens. I don't know what all you got. I'm going to let you talk about that in a minute. But you're getting things that you need now, but you're also preparing for the future. If that makes sense. Let me clarify. You made a hugelkultur bed?
Yep, hugelkultur. Right.
when you built that, and people in here will know what that is. But he cut these trees down, dug a hole, or put it all in there, put grass clippings. I don't know what all you put on it, to be honest with you. And then covered it with dirt. And you made the statement that you're going to leave it there for a couple of years. Is that right?
Yeah, I think you're supposed to leave them 2 years. I could be wrong. We're pretty far north, though, so stuff doesn't break down as fast because we actually dug up an old hugelkultur that we had that was like 5 years old, and like a lot of the sticks were still intact. Like they were pretty rotten, but they were still breaking down. So we might let it sit 1, maybe 2 years before we really plant it.
That, what Jesse said, that's what I was trying to say. He said it better than I did.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really trying to get everything built year one. So in the future years, I can really focus on, growing food and getting all that figured out. Or just succession planting, harvesting at the right time, everything.
Right. Well, apparently you've done a little bit of research into it. I mean, you're talking about the hugelkultur. They say it, take a couple of years, whatever, break down and all that. And the succession gardening and things like that. That's not your normal everyday talk. So apparently you put some thought into it.
Yeah, I try to research. I'm really into YouTube. YouTube's helped a lot, and that's kind of what spawned my channel.
And it is. Anytime I need to know anything, I go to YouTube. Somebody's got it. Hey,
Definitely.
Ben.
Yeah,
Wendy.
Exactly. Hey, Wendy.
Good to see you. But I like the concept of that hugelkultur bed. Now, somebody, I can't remember where I seen it, but they say one of the reasons is you got to let it rot down, but also that wood will have a tendency to suck up some of the nutrients from the soil. And that way that will hurt your garden early on. But when it breaks down, and the soil builds back up, then it's more beneficial later on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah. They kind of said it's kind of like wood chips and things like that. But yeah, I'm telling y'all, I know I said it a few times. I know I said it a few times, but y'all need to get over and I can't explain it. I don't have the ability to verbalize. He's cutting trees down. He's making gardens out of it. He's bringing all this stuff and pounding sticks in the ground with other sticks. Yeah. I felt bad for him. I was like, man, I need to get that fella a hammer or something.
Oh, we want to use sticks and stuff. Makes it fun. It actually works better in some cases. Like I would rather use a stick on a lot of those things.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Now, what all kind of garden you got?
So I'm just building it this year, but I just have a lot of raised beds. I built a greenhouse. I built a huge trellis out of logs for my tomatoes. I don't know if you saw that video yet.
I did.
That's like my favorite thing that I built so far. I think it's cool. But yeah, I'm just keep expanding my garden. I just got chickens, like some hens. I have some more incubating. I actually just got a shipment of meat birds in today that we're going to start raising. So I have 53 meat birds in the incubator or in the brooder downstairs. And I have an orchard that's a few years old. So that's just starting to like pretty much everything you can grow up here, like apples. Or I think I did a count yesterday or a few weeks ago. I forgot how many I have, but it's in the teens, apple trees, close to 20. And then a bunch of raspberries, blueberries, lingonberries, Viking berries, currants, jostaberries or gooseberries. So pretty much everything you can grow in zone 4, which is where I'm at.
How long of a growing season is it up there, like for summer?
About 3 months.
About 3. So you got to get it in and get it going.
Yep. Oh, and I have plum trees and cherries, a bunch of other stuff in there. I'll have to. Okay. I can comment later, but yeah, that's kind of what makes my channel a little bit different too. Is I have to really come up with creative ways to extend the season. Our season is 120 days, so 4 months, and I'm building greenhouses. I'm building another one, and we're building cold frames to put on our raised beds. We're really trying to see how far we can get produce into the winter.
Right.
And meat's a huge part of that too. So that's why we're getting meat birds. I hunt. Our 200 acres has a lot of deer, so I'm a deer hunter. That's how we get a majority of our meat right now.
Right.
And so you just gotta. That's a little bit different than a lot of people, I think.
Let me get to the chat real quick. I don't want to, and I know I probably have missed some people, but I tend to do that. Hey, Jeff and Lorena from Back to Country, they're Texans over there. Then you got Scott with Ramming with the Brooms. He's a Canadian. Got another Canadian right there, Raquel, Cottonwood Ranch. She is going to be a guest in a couple of weeks on Friday night. Mountain Maple Ranch. I've seen them around a time or two, but I do not know a name, and I apologize for that, but I barely know my own kids' names, so don't get offended. You got a Kubota L Series tractor.
That's actually my cousin. So he lives right down the road because we're an old family farm, and he held on to some land too. So he's my neighbor, and whenever I need a tractor, I can just give him a call. So that's always it's really helpful. Yeah, it's really handy.
I don't know if you're familiar with Phil over at Peterson Farms in Nashville. He does a lot of tractor work, and he has a Kubota. Yeah, that's a Kubota, isn't it, Phil? It's orange. I'm pretty sure it's Kubota. He does a lot of wood splitting, and he's just a good guy. I like Phil.
That's awesome.
But that's why he put that on there. He loves them tractors. Let me get back to, let's see, make sure I'm getting everyone. There's Sarah, Homestead and Hustle. Now, Sarah's up there somewhere. I'm trying to remember where Sarah's from. She's up in one of the northern states somewhere. Then Nick from Multi Hunter 247. He's a Texan. Does a lot of hunting videos. Him and this guy right here, Hog Deer Cody from Hog Deer 79. They do a lot of hunting, shooting pigs and stuff like that. And Rebecca is she's everybody's favorite when she comes on their live stuff. She just started putting out videos herself, and just a friend to everybody. Then got Barb, and Sarah's from Minnesota. That's right.
Oh, nice.
But I knew it was up there somewhere. Somebody asked a question. Let me get back to it real quick. Let me see if I can find it. I think it was a question. This thing jumped on me. Oh, we're in Idaho in the mountains, and we have a short growing season and looking into geothermal greenhouse.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I don't have a clue what that means.
You got to dig real deep, and the heat from the earth heats your greenhouse, I believe, at least. That
makes sense. Geothermal. Okay.
I've seen some videos on that. That's really cool.
Okay.
It's quite the undertaking, though, I think. I don't know how far you got to get down, but it's quite a ways.
I've seen people heat up greenhouses with compost. They have like big compost pile, and they run, copper through it, and then run it through water or something, and it goes up on. I don't have to worry about that here in South Mississippi, obviously, but they hold on, I was trying to see something here. I get sidetracked real quick. Zombie's from Kentucky. Good guy there. That's Rob. If you hadn't ever met him, and I appreciate that, Brian. Thank you so much. But everybody that has come into this live, they're great people. They're very supportive, and you probably have met quite a few of them already, I'm sure.
I found a lot of their channels through these lives and all that.
But I'm hoping, it amazed me. I mean, over the last week, or how long has it been? It hadn't even been a week since I got your email.
Yeah, I think it was earlier this week, so a few days.
You've grown several subs since then. I don't know what you was at that time, but I remember looking at it and thinking, well, he's just starting out, but he's doing real good for only 2 months. And then when I looked at it earlier today, he was already up to like 281, 282, something like that. I can't remember now, but I said, well, he's just steadily growing. That's good.
Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with where I'm at, and I'm just going to try to put out a lot of videos, and hopefully one will hit, and I can get a little following.
It will. And I'm going to tell you something. Getting on these lives and interacting with people, once people start to know you a little bit, they'll start pushing you out. They'll start recommending you, or they'll start having you up on their lives to meet everybody. And you'll grow quick. I don't know how many, like Hog Deer 79, Cody, when I first met him just a few months ago, he was like at 100 or below 100. He'd been on YouTube for 10 years and really hadn't done nothing with it. And his sister Gail from Gail Southern Living said, hey, you gotta do something. And she contacted me because she knew I liked hunting and said, go check my brother out. So I did. And then she done that with all these folks here, and everybody started looking at him. And good guy, good personable guy, and he's over 700 something subs now, or maybe even more than that. I don't know. Look at this, 292 now.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah. I'm just convinced once people start seeing your videos that they're gonna want to sub, and they're just gonna keep watching, just to follow the journey. You have something that's going forward, if that makes sense. You're building on something. Right. We got a question here for you from Diane.
Oh, hi, Diane. It kind of depends. I have a couple different ways I could do it. I'm kind of thinking about like making trips to homesteads in the South or something, see if I can like help people out with labor and learn something. But I have a kind of a weird idea to kind of do a dugout canoe in our pole barn that we're building, like cut a tree down and see if I can make a little canoe out of it for some fishing trips. Cause I mean, we have like 3 or 4 months up here where I can't really do much, but I'm going to do hunting videos, October, November, maybe into December. But yeah, there's a 3-month period where it's going to be a little bit tougher to make videos.
Right.
But yeah, I'll have to figure something out. Well, and I can still clear land because we're going to be clearing some land to raise some animals next year. So I think that's something I can do. But I got to figure it out exactly. But there's a couple things I could do.
Now, is your property, do you have like any fences on it, or are you going to have to build fences if you want to like have cows? Or hold on, I've got to straighten up. My leg was going to sleep.
Well, I think what we would do is kind of just have some electric fencing and do paddocks for sheep and maybe some hogs, something like that. Because I think the plan is right now, because I just met with our forester earlier this week, and we had a tornado come through here last month. So he's coming in this winter to clean up some of the fallen trees. And he said he's going to clear out a lot of the ash trees, which are right by our house because of the emerald ash borer. I don't know if you ever heard of that, but it's a something from Asia that came over and it kills ash trees, and it's in our county here, so it's going to reach us eventually. So as soon as it gets in here, they said within a year or two, all the ash trees are dead. So they're going to take them out this year while we can still get something out of them, and that'll clear some space up front by our house. So we're thinking about putting some hogs in, running some hogs through and letting them rut up some space, and then plant some pasture grass behind them and maybe get some sheep in the future or something like that.
Okay.
But
yeah, I don't see a whole lot of people raising sheep. Hold on. There's some questions. If I miss your question, keep doing it, and I'll eventually get to it.
Yep, and then we're doing chickens. I got some laying hens this year, and I just got some meat birds yesterday in the mail. So they're 2 days old now, and I have 53 of them. So we're going to be butchering those later.
Okay.
But most of my meat comes from hunting, and it's kind of the best meat to raise, in my opinion, because I don't have to do anything for it. They can just raise themselves out in our land, and I just go harvest them in the later months.
Do you mainly just have deer up there? Is it whitetail, mule deer?
Yep. Whitetail. Yep, just whitetail.
Okay. Let me get to this chat real quick. I don't want to miss anybody. I seen Stephen come in. Stephen is one of my moderators and one of the best moderators. If I may have seen you on Mr. Boots and Bounty. You ever been to Mr. Boots and Bounty? Did I lose you?
Are you talking to me? I thought you were talking to someone in your chat room.
No, I'm talking to you. Have you ever been to Mr. Boots and Bounty?
No, I have not.
Let me give you time. You can remember it's 5 o'clock Central Time on Wednesday nights, on Wednesdays. And what he's got like a help desk, but also what he does is, well, he's starting to doing something a little different now. But you go in there and he gives you a like a hashtag word. You know, last week it was hashtag shine. And basically what he does, you put your channel in there, say hashtag shine, and he'll do the little thing on StreamYard. And if your name comes up, he'll feature your channel and show a video and talk about you and all that. It's just a way of helping others meet everybody. And so, and plus, if you got any technical questions concerning, you know, YouTube and things like that, editing, he's very, very helpful. Stephen is one of the best. So if you don't have him, I would suggest going and getting him.
And you said 5 on Wednesdays?
5 o'clock on Wednesday, Central Time.
All right, right.
I did miss T-Hand 141 Homestead. He's from Upper New York. That's Tracy. And he's got some good things going on up there too. He's I think has the same mindset. Got Generational Homestead, Wesley, and I'm not real sure where you're from, Wesley. There was some more that popped in that I just missed. We got Rich Cat Ranch. She was our guest last week. She had her first live today. Done a giveaway and all. She done knocked it out of the park. Brian said, I have a friend on Facebook that made a canoe by burning a lot out of it. Then he carves out the rest of the wood.
Yeah, that's all the videos I've seen. That's kind of the approach they take.
That's how they do it? Okay. Hold on just a second. There was somebody else that come in that I just... Oh, Freddie. Freddie, Farming HVAC. It's been a while since I've seen Freddie. Good to see you, my friend. Appreciate you stopping in. Freddie is one of these guys I think that can pretty much do anything when it comes to working on vehicles and tractors and stuff like that. Got my friend Misha Lee coming there. She just spells her last name wrong. L-E-A instead of L-E-E. But she'll figure it out sooner or later. Audacity Dawning, hey there, my friend. I think I want to say, are y'all in Kansas? They may be in Kansas. I can't remember now. Some of these get all mixed up. Got Creekside Maples. Creekside Tony, and you're going to have to mention in the chat, Tony or Joni, whoever it might be. I think, aren't y'all going to be Remy's guest tonight on Rim's Family Farm, Rim's Family Farm, I think. Anyway, and a fellow Canadian up there. Creekside Maples, Tony and Joni. Tony is in northern Wisconsin, Tracy. Homesteading Hustle calling meat birds litter right now. Yeah, she just had a video out on their tractor, chicken tractor thing. And if I'm missing you, I apologize. I'm sorry. It's just everybody's going so busy. I don't want to miss y'all though. Vineyard Chicks, good evening. Pastor Chuck and guests and everyone on chat. Good to see y'all. Appreciate you coming in. They're up there in Michigan. I think Michigan. Yeah. Southern Michigan, I believe. And I'm almost, it just keeps going so down here and it just keeps going. And then by the time I get down, it jumps again. There's Mark, Little Ridge Farm. Good to see you in here. That's my partner when it comes to games. I I do a laser etch wooden crawl. I need to get with you to give you the winter's shipping info. Okay. Everybody thumbs up at Rims. Okay. That's right. At 6 o'clock. We're going to be off here way before then, so everybody can get over there. All right. I think I found everybody. It's Rims Family Farm. That's right. That's right. I knew it was something like that. I can't. All these names kind of run together. Now, what kind of laying chickens do you have?
Some German death layers and some Spitzhabens. They're pretty rare, and a black Swedish laying hen is what we have. They're pretty rare breeds. Yeah, we have. Actually, our neighbor, surprisingly, just breeds all these chickens, so it was a great connection to her. And she actually works at the local grocery store in town too, so she's getting me all of their food scraps, and I'm using that in our compost system that I'm building.
Oh, well, so hey, you networking, you going in a lot of different directions. Got your neighbor's tractor, your friend's tractor. You got these people going in. Got you.
No, it was. I'm really glad I met her because she's getting me chickens, and she lent me an incubator and 22 of her eggs, so I'm hatching those right now. So she really hooked me up, and she's gonna give me some sheep when they breed her sheep. She said so. Couldn't have been a better find.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. That's good. How big of chickens are they? I mean, do they lay big eggs or? Oh, you just went mute on me.
Sorry, can you hear me now? I think they lay medium-sized eggs.
Okay.
Based on internet research.
Okay. I've never heard of them. Of course, I don't know the name. People in the chat, they might know, but when I see they say what kind of chicken you got, I say a brown one or a red one or a white one. That's the only thing I know about chickens. What kind of rabbits you raise? I don't know. Black ones, white ones. I don't know. They all the same.
And I was actually worried about the chickens just because I was going to get them online originally, but I was worried about handling the winters up here. And apparently all of her breeds they're like Northern European breeds, and they literally live in this climate. So it shouldn't be an issue.
I didn't think about that. I guess, being here in South Mississippi, I don't think of a lot of things that you have to think of.
Right.
But it would be good to have something that could live in that kind of climate if you're going to try and raise them.
Definitely. And I think they all lay through the winter, which I don't know if that's rare or not, but I've read that online that they'll lay through the winter.
They'll lay what? Through the winter?
They'll lay through the winter. Yep, apparently.
Okay.
So that's good news.
That is good news. What kind of meat chickens do you have?
Freedom Rangers. So they're from a Freedom Ranger hatchery in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And they're free ranging, and we're actually going to free range them in our orchard and kind of let them till up some apple trees, some weeds around our apple trees, and drop manure on all the bushes and all that, and eat some bugs. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay. Now, for your chickens, do you have a coop that you for them to get in at night? I know you let them out during the day.
Yep. Yeah. For our laying hens, I built them a coop, and they need we have a lot of predators. And then for our meat chickens, I have an electric fence I just showed up the other day, and I built a meat shaw, like a portable chicken coop type thing with no walls, just kind of a rain shelter for them. And I built that on logs, and I'm going to run that through our orchard and just kind of move an electric fence around.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool. What kind of electric fence? Is it like the Premier One type?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Me and my wife talked
the netting.
About those. They look like they're pretty handy.
Yeah, that's what all the reviews I read said, so I'm excited to get that out.
Okay, you gonna have video on it?
And that's probably what we would use. Yeah, for sure. And that's probably what we're gonna use for any animals that we raise, like any sheep or pigs or anything like that. Just kind of keep moving them around.
I would imagine something like a sheep that would probably work really well. Which I've seen people use them for pigs, but sometimes they have to have like a buffer, because a pig sometimes run through something like that. but you've done more research on it than I probably, because I don't have a reason to research it. But I just remember seeing somebody's video, and they was talking about they put up the electric fence, but they had to put up something around it as well, or I can't remember now.
Oh, probably. I haven't looked into it that much. I just got our one for our chickens, but I know we need a fence though because we have a lot of coyotes up here, and they're gonna need some protection.
Now, is Wisconsin? Somebody else was up in Wisconsin. Oh, Brian Lose. He was in southern Wisconsin, though, I think. Brian's Los Hills homestead. Up there in Wisconsin, what kind of terrain? Is it hilly, mountainy, flat?
Rolling hills.
Rolling hills.
And it kind of depends where, because we're right on the cutoff. Like anywhere south of us is kind of like a wetlands, like swamp, real flat. And then where we're at, it's rolling hills, like giant boulder rocks everywhere. So it's pretty cool. I like the landscape up here.
Hey there, Fred. Life and Mountain Folk. Good to see y'all. I can't remember your wife's name, or else I'd mentioned her, but I think Fred was. I do good to remember a name every now and then. The landscape, but it gets cold. I mean, y'all get quite a bit of snow.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Gets real cold for a couple months here.
Fred and Connie. Thank you, Misha. Somebody to bail me out. Yeah, critters like chicken as much as we do. They do, Dave. They sure do. And raccoons. Excuse me. I was going to tell you something else, Evan. It's slipping my mind. Lazy Days Ahead. If you don't know Lazy Jesse, then you need to get over there and check them out, because he's known as the mod father. And one of these days, I know you said the internet's kind of tough, but you can do it with the phone too. You may think about doing some of these lives and stuff. He's one you're going to want to know, because he knows everybody. He knows how to handle this live stream stuff. And Tony and Joan, they're up in Canada right now too. They're having a little bit of time. All right, you got the laying hens. You got the meat chickens. You thinking about getting some sheep. Thinking about getting some pigs. What else you got?
Pigs for a little bit, and just a clear space. We don't really want pigs. That was just to kind of clear space for our sheep in the future. Yeah. But yeah, some pigs, some sheep. That's about it. And then deer is usually our biggest protein source. And just expanding the garden. I'm gonna have to I've actually never canned anything in my life though, so that's something I'm gonna have to learn here pretty soon, because we have a lot of food coming in. I
seen, I think it was on your last video, one of your videos, I can't remember now, that you had said that you hadn't ever canned anything, that you was going to plant something, beans, maybe. You just plant some
that's
beans,
what we're going to practice on.
Yeah. And you wanted something to practice on. And I was going to let you know that if you ever have a question, you can call me or whatever. You got my phone number. You can call me, whatever, and I'll help you whatever way I can. But you'd probably do better.
Thank you.
Huh?
Thank you. I'm gonna take you up on that. I'm sure I'll have some questions.
Hey, anytime, I'll tell you what I can. If I can't, I can direct you to the right people, I think. But we do a lot of canning. We like canning. We like canning everything, pretty much. Meat, vegetables, fruit. If you can can it, we like to can it. Mark said he don't know anything about canning either. A lot of these folks here do, though. Like Chris and Larry. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I know Vineyard Chicks, that they have a lot of stuff. Let's see. Lazy Days Ahead, which they don't have a lot of canning videos, but Lisa does a lot. I think they're going to put some out. I think Ophiel even got him a canner up there. But a lot of these folks can steer you in the right direction when it comes to canning. But I just wanted to make that offer to you. Anytime you need any help whatsoever, just let me know, and I'll try and help you out.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm sure I'll have some questions.
Yeah. Now, I've looked at your videos, and y'all, it's not, if he does not succeed in this, it won't be because he hadn't worked at it. He has put a lot of work in the few months that I've seen on his videos. You've come a long way from that first video that I seen on your property.
I actually just today put out so I've been homesteading 4 months, pretty close to, and my channel's almost 3 months old. And I made a video. It was a compilation in 20 minutes, everything I've done in 4 months, going from a snowy lawn to where our garden is now and our orchard and chickens and everything. So it was pretty crazy to see.
And I imagine just even over this short period of time to look back over it and see what you've accomplished, kind of inspires you to go even further.
Yeah, definitely.
Gives you a little boost on it.
Yeah, for sure. Especially now that I'm getting harvest on everything, because I felt like I was just working so hard, and now I'm actually starting to get the fruits of the labor.
Yeah,
literally, I guess. Yeah.
Are you planning on like I don't know how self-sufficient you're trying to be, but are you planning on saving seeds and stuff like that? Or
yes, that's something I have to learn. I know I can save seeds from a lot of stuff easily, like some peppers and all that, but I need to learn how to do some of the vegetables, other vegetables.
Hey, Gary.
Yeah, I'm trying to be completely self-sufficient, and that's a big reason why we went so heavy with the fruit, because it's really easy to store most of the fruit, just put in a freezer. Right. Like this blueberry patch that I'm in right now, I planted like 73 blueberries in here. And then I have like 12 other ones in my orchard. So yeah, I'm trying to really hit the fruit heavy and just have a freezer full of fruit and meat every year.
Are you planning on getting to the place where you might be selling it, or trying to make some kind of income off of, off of what you grow or what you raise or anything like that? Or are you just doing it mainly for yourself?
Definitely. Yeah. The first thing we're doing is trying to be self-sufficient. And then we're kind of at a scale where when all this stuff gets mature, like all these blueberry bushes and our orchard and everything, I'll have some fruit, maybe some vegetables to sell. And I'm trying to get my family all settled. And then my neighbor, my cousin, who helps me out with this tractor all the time, and Leslie, the lady who gave me my chickens and all the fruit from the local grocery store, all those food scraps, I'm give them a bunch of food. And then, I want to sell the rest, have some income coming in.
That'd be good. And you probably got a little bit more patience than I do, but I always want things to happen right now. But you've got to put in the groundwork. I can't remember how Jesse said it a while ago, but you got to have that foundation to build upon, and infrastructure. I think that's what he said, infrastructure.
Yeah. Yep.
And that once you got that in place, then you can build on top of that and go forward with it. What are you wanting to tell everybody? Just come see what's going on, or
I was just saying I'm on family land. We've had it for a century, and I'm trying to set up food systems to give my family food security for the next century, and then I want to hand this off to the next generation, whether that's my kids if I have any someday, or my nephews and all that. So I'm trying to turn this place into a self-sufficient food forest, garden, hunting, animal raising, all that stuff.
That's what I was trying to say. Now, I did want to ask you a question. Your water, are y'all on a well, or do you have public?
Yeah, we have a well.
You have a well? Okay. I was wondering about that. So as far as how you get all that, that's right. I want it to happen now. We're not even close, but you getting there, Jeff. You getting there. You put in a lot of work over there. I want to do something, and I don't want to stay on here. I want people to be able to get over there and see Tony and Joni with Rim's family farm. Trey, KK, I don't know which one of y'all it is, but he's up in northern Wisconsin. He can't. You said you was from Michigan, though, didn't you?
Yeah. Yep. I'm born and raised in Michigan.
Born and raised in what part of Michigan?
Midland, Michigan, the Lower Peninsula on the east side.
Okay.
Right here. I guess I can't do it holding the phone. Never mind. I would have pointed out.
Right. Everybody does the hand.
Yeah.
My in-laws lived in Lansing, Michigan.
Oh, nice.
For a while. And me and Blenda and my kids at that time went up there to visit them. And it was in March. And they still had piles of snow everywhere. I mean, it was everywhere. Yeah, they up there somewhere. I can't ever figure out.
Neighbors, really.
Yeah. Or used to be neighbors anyway. He's in Wisconsin now, so a little bit of a distance. I want to do something. Trey. Okay, that's who it is. I figured it might be, but I just didn't. I never know. I never know nothing. Grand Rapids. I've heard of that. Yeah. What was I saying? Hold on. I wanted to. Rebecca. She says she's watched your video now, or watching your video now.
Thank you.
Snow is crazy, but not as cold. I don't believe that. I went up there. I seen them lakes, and they were froze over, and that's crazy. Crazy talk.
The winters are a lot worse here than in Michigan. That's what
really?
I've learned. We still get the Arctic, like the wind from the Arctic, and then the lake kind of kills that before it gets into the Lower Peninsula of Michigan. So we're kind of like a step up in winter from where I'm from.
Yeah. I wanted to give people an opportunity. I know we don't have a lot of time, but I wanted to throw the link up. And if you have a question, and I want y'all to listen to me, I don't want everybody jumping on here. If you got a question, or if you just want to say hello, you just want to hop up real quick and say hello to Evan, I want to give you that opportunity to do so. And, just come up, say hello, ask your question, whatever, and then come back down. And that way, if more than one person comes up at a time, I don't have them waiting in the green room for a long, long time. Hey, y'all, he's got 2 to go. Get him there. Let's get him there. Share him out. At least get him to 300. So let me put this link up real quick. And post. I'm not gonna pin it. You just have to go back and look for it there it is. So if you want to come up and say hello to Evan, ask him a question, whatever, just come on up. I'll get you up, and then if somebody else comes up, I'll put you down and get up, get down, get up, get up, get down, get down, up, whatever. Hey, Casey. I hope I did my collab thing right. I'm horrible at that kind of stuff, but because I know y'all are better at asking questions than I am. I'm like, how's the weather over there? How's it going today? But I did want to give people an opportunity. So, but I ain't gonna wait all day. Vineyard Chicks, lakes help with the cold. Pastor Chuck, that's why we have a vineyard. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I appreciate that, Casey. He just visited and hit that friend button. Fantastic. I don't know what he said, but we got to get him over 300. Share him out on your community pages. Several of you have already went over there and checked out his videos and checked out something. You mentioned that in the chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through and check out everyone's channel, get to know everyone.
And good people. They all good people, but I wanted them to get a feel of who you are and what you're aiming for with your channel, and not just with your channel. You're just documenting your life.
Right.
Somebody throw his link up there real quick, if you don't mind. hold on. Somebody do that while I get Jesse up here to speak to. Let me get y'all situated a little bit better. Hey, Jesse.
Hey, how y'all doing? Hello, Evan, my bearded brother.
Hey, Jesse. Yours is better than mine, though.
Oh no. Anyway, I wanted to ask the question. By the way, I'm Jesse, and my wife is Lisa, and we're with Lazy Days Ahead. In case you didn't know that, I wanted to ask the elephant in the room question. You keep mentioning we. Are you French, or do you have a family there with you?
I have a family here, but when I say we, it's my brother. He's usually the one helping me out with all of this stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I wasn't sure if you had a family living with you, or you're by yourself.
Yep, family.
Okay.
Yep. And but no, my dad retired over here and built a house, and that's kind of how I'm able to do this without having to build a house right away.
Okay.
And then my brother's around too, so we're basically the ones doing all this and putting the videos up, and we plan everything, and then I'm kind of the muscle getting it all in there.
Are they okay with you doing the videos as well? Are they in them? I haven't watched any of the videos yet, but I plan to.
Yeah, my brother's in it a little bit. It's mostly me though.
Okay, because some family members are a little bit iffy about being in a video, especially on YouTube, right?
Right.
Yeah, it looks like you got some great content though. I'm anxious to look at the raised bed videos that you have there.
Oh, cool! Thank you.
I think you're gonna like it, Jesse. I really do. I know you're very, very busy and you got a lot of going on with it, but I think you're gonna enjoy it. Somebody chunk his link up there one more time if you don't mind. I think I got it in the description. I may not, but I think I tried to remember to put it in the description. So somebody check that out and see if it's in there or not.
I just stuck it up there. It didn't have anything, but the last link I put up is his video or his channel. Oh, wait a minute. That's a different one. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That was Remy's, the one you talked about earlier.
That's fine. Steven got it. Steven put it up. Chris put it up. Hey, I got people on top of things over here. I just know a guy.
Thank you.
It is in the description. Thank you. If you have any issues with it.
So the other burning question I have is from your first video where it says you quit your job to start a homestead.
Yes. Yep.
So that must have been pretty terrifying, huh? To especially as young as you are.
Yep. So my plan was it was when I was playing baseball, I was going to use my signing bonus from when I got drafted to kind of fund all this, and then that kind of got thrown out of the window when I didn't get signed. And I worked for 3 years, saved up money, lived frugally, and now I'm just going to put it into practice. I have enough saved up to live for a couple of years, and we'll see where my channel's at, if I'm making any income off my farm here. So I have a couple of years to get everything set up, and hopefully it takes care of itself from there.
Well, it looks like you have some potential to make some money. I mean, you got a lot of hardwoods there. You can probably sell some hardwoods to a tree company, right? That'll bring
for sure. Yep.
Yeah, so
this is all in for sure. And this is all in a state program. So they kind of determine how often and when we log everything. And so in return we pay less taxes. So it's kind of a
right.
Deal.
It's a managed conglomerate there that handles all that.
Yep.
Okay. Trey, he was in the he played baseball. He played baseball at Ball State, and then he got drafted to the Cincinnati Reds. But he had arm issues that kind of got him kicked out of that a little bit. Hey, Shane.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'll drop down. I just want to wish you good luck, and like I said, I plan on looking at your videos, and hopefully you'll go to 1,000 in no time, because it's moving up now quick. It's like a ticker tape right now.
Chad's ears perked up. Well, we don't have anybody else in the green room, Jesse. So
okay, if somebody comes in, let me know.
I will. I need somebody up here to kind of help me come up with questions, because I'm horrible at this.
Right.
So hey, you don't have to agree with me.
No, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I respect my elders.
Hey, easy. I was going to say that about the beard a while ago. I just going to say you had more time to perfect yours than he did, or than he has.
No, I have more stress. That's why it's all white. No, so then if you allow more time, then I was asking you. So are you living in the house that your grandfather built or your father built here, or are you starting from scratch and building your own?
No, yeah, I'm living there.
Okay, so you have a place to live. You're not just, if you will, camping or off gridding it right now.
No, yeah, we have a house. My dad retired, and we all moved over here a few years ago, and then I guess he moved over here, and then I joined him after college and baseball and all that.
Okay, so now you
get your home.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I was actually, when I was working, I was like a couple hours away, so I was up here on weekends, and I was planting the orchard and kind of doing all that. But I knew I kind of had to make a choice. If I wanted to do this, I couldn't work that job anymore. So that's kind of where the path took me.
Okay, so you got a homestead here, and you're doing a lot of work around the homestead based on the videos I'm seeing here. You're really, really busy. But when you're not homesteading, what do you do for fun? What's your hobbies? What are your likes? What's your guilty pleasure, if you will?
Guilty pleasure.
Yeah, gaming.
I don't have internet. I used to game, but I'm glad I got away from that. But I don't know. Just my favorite thing to do is hunting. So that's kind of why I've decided to take this path in life. So I can...
Is there property on your? Is there ponds or lakes on your property that you can fish at?
There's there's streams, but no fishing. But I'm actually close to a river that has just like a grade A or grade 1 trout stream. So I want to start doing that eventually once I get caught up in the garden.
Excellent.
Thank you, Tracy. I guess he answered your question, Phil. You got something going on, Gary. I don't know what that is.
You may have a YouTube channel open.
Do you have a YouTube channel open, Gary?
No, I don't. It's probably my internet connection.
Okay.
I'll get back.
Evan, this is Gary. Oh, where'd he go?
Actually, yeah, I guess he's going to check his internet.
That was Gary, by the way. That's his homestead. And this Diane Ligon.
Probably Ligon.
That's somebody that you know, Evan?
Yeah, she is one of my biggest supporters on my channel. I don't know how she found out about this, though. I'm excited. I'm glad she did, though.
Well, I'm glad she came, too. Well, when I mentioned her way a while ago, and I noticed when you seen her that your eyes kind of lit up. It was a familiar face, and that's the reason I asked. So it's aliens, playing baseball with his brothers, probably. Gary, his internet is kind of sketchy sometimes over there where they live. So I hate he couldn't. It didn't work too good. Gary's one of them guys that knows everything or knows how to do everything. Makes me sick.
Very knowledgeable at farms or farming.
Yeah. If you have any questions, he can answer them about raising chickens and pigs and horses and cows. And I don't know about sheep now, but
what was his channel? What was his channel again?
Pathways Homestead.
Gotcha.
But him and his wife are over there in Kansas, and he's actually just started working at a cabinet shop, I believe, if I remember right. Jesse is from Houston, Texas, or just south of Houston.
Well, during the summer it's considered Hades, but yes, down here, hot as Hades, Houston.
Yeah. That's a good question, Diane.
Oh, the North Branch. So it's actually a few different reasons. First, like the biggest one is my grandmother's maiden name in Swedish means the North Branch. So it's kind of an homage to her. Plus, I'm up north I'm growing food up north. So it's kind of like a thing with that. And that river I was telling you about with the trout stream, it's the North Branch of the river that I'm going to be on. So a bunch of reasons there. Plus I'm tall. So it's kind of like the North tall, something, I don't know. but yeah, my grandmother's maiden name is the biggest reason for that.
So we know you, and your house is facing the north, and your bed is facing the north, and you sleep on the north side of the room. You probably sit into the table when you eat. So everything's north related, right?
Pretty much.
Go north, young man.
Go north. I just assumed it's because you lived up north. That's. I didn't even think to ask why you named it. I just figured he just lives up north.
Yeah. Well, that's like that. That's a big part of it.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool though. That after you is your grandmother. You said.
Yep.
Okay. And now Chris is wanting to know how tall.
Oh, I'm 6'7".
Holy moly!
Wait, say that again.
I'm 6'7".
6'7".
Yeah, he's as tall as Big Matt. Outdoors with Big Matt, he's 6'7" as well.
Yeah.
We got redwoods down here that tall.
Well, I've seen him carrying. I've seen him his raised beds. He was moving, or he's having to move them, so his dad could build a pole barn.
Yeah, yep. We're building a pole barn. That's like our only flat spot out here, so we had to move the garden. That's why I'm building it all from scratch this year.
A whole foot taller than KK. That's Trey's sister. He's an inch taller than Mark. Yeah, I knew Mark was pretty tall. I didn't know how tall he was, but 6'6" is still tall, Mark. But 6'7" is crazy. How tall am I? In high school, I was 5'11". 5'11", and that's when I had hair though. So I'm sure I shrunk since then. Wish I ain't got on 5'4". Actually, a foot and a half taller than KK.
I didn't
Larry
know
is
6'4".
That's crazy. All right, Jesse.
I'm 5'11".
5'11". Okay. 10'6". Now y'all just getting ridiculous. Excuse me.
Yeah, so I saw that you had a video that shows 4 months worth of footage there. That's basically just bringing in all the stuff you've done right up to now, right? What's your next project that you have planned on the big project you have planned on the property there?
I'm building a chicken compost system. So I said earlier that my friend who I got my chickens from, she works at the local grocery store in town, and she's getting me all their food scraps going forward. So I'm going to build a huge compost system in my chicken run for them to pick through and add manure onto, because I had to buy a lot of compost this year, and that's something I really want to take care of going forward. So I'm building that with logs. I'm putting logs into the ground and weaving sticks in between to kind of make the walls. And that's a pretty big project. And then I'm building another greenhouse. So those are my two next biggest things. But I just got meat birds too, so I gotta get that all figured out too. I'm ready for them, but I just gotta set up the fence and learn all that.
I seen in one of your videos, and it may have been something about chicken compost. You was putting it in with the chickens, and chickens were getting on it and scratching it. Is that what you're talking about as far as your chicken compost is? That you're going to let your chickens kind of compost it or turn it over?
Yep. So I'm building huge bins, and I'm going to throw leaves in there because we have all this woods, and I have unlimited leaves pretty much. So I'm going to fill it with leaves, all the grass clippings that we get from mowing, and our food scraps and the food scraps we get from the grocery store, and let the chickens feed themselves on it and add the manure onto it. And then I'm going to spread that onto the fruit trees and all that within it. Fruit trees, fruit bushes, and my garden eventually once I let it break down enough.
Well, I'm sorry, Jesse, go ahead.
Do you have any nut trees up there, like walnuts or pecans, or probably not pecans, but do you have any other nut trees up there?
We do not have any. That's actually something we were thinking about. We were looking into chestnuts, but the trees just get so big that anywhere we have cleared right now, it would just shade something out. So we actually have a clearing like way back in our woods that we're thinking about putting some on, but that's probably what we'll get into the ground next year.
Hey, hold on. Stop by and say hi. Just step in here and say hello to everybody. This
Oh,
is
we
my
actually have
wife.
a black walnut, I should say. So.
You know Jesse.
I do.
And that's Evan. I just wanted you to.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
We're about to get off here. I'm sorry. Anyway, all right.
Jesse,
Is there anything else that you want the entire world to know about you?
I actually just remembered we do have a nut tree planted though, Jesse. Quick before I answer that question, it was a black walnut my grandfather planted in the '80s, so we have that.
Oh, wow.
And that's actually in my chicken run, so they kind of eat all those. But everyone, like, what I want the world to know is, yeah, like Jesse said, I quit my job to start a homestead, and I'm gonna do it for 2 years straight and see where I'm at, and I'm gonna try to scale this up to a place where I feed my friends, my neighbors, and our family, and be self-sustaining, and scale it up to the point where I can sell some and have a little farm here.
Well, Evan, I appreciate you coming on and being our guest tonight, and I'm glad that this fantastic community that we are a part of has jumped in and has gone over there and said hello and visited your channel. I think they got you above 300. So
you're 304
really?
right now.
That's
304.
304. Wow.
Yeah, I think when you started, you were like at 12. So you're doing good.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Hey,
I'm gonna
wish.
get in there and check out the channels tonight.
I wish we had that many people coming in and out. Hey, Danny, let me say hi to Danny. She comes in at the last minute, but that's all right. She came in. She blessed us with her presence.
Yep.
Yeah, he's at 304. But
Wow.
Look, I appreciate you coming in, Evan, and I appreciate you taking the time to be on our live. I hope that you met some good folks here and look forward to seeing more what you're doing.
I'm just happy you had a chance to meet me. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me on, Chuck.
Okay,
nice to meet you, Jesse.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat, thank you all very, very much. She's been in and out, out and about. I got you. Everybody in the chat, I do appreciate y'all coming. I always do. I know people come in and out, in and out, in and out, because people have lives. People live their lives. And I'm Danielle now. He has. Okay. You've met Danielle, so you've met everybody. But I do appreciate you coming in and taking what little time that you have to be with us. It means a lot to us because I know you could be anywhere else. I really mean that, and I appreciate it very, very much. And I hope we're able to convey that to you, and in some ways that we can, reciprocate that by showing you, by watching your videos and saying hey and all that when you're in lives, and as far as ourselves. But people have lives. There's Raised Out there. You coming in that minute too, Glenn? Raised Outdoors, Arkansas. He got some good fishing videos too. All right, I'm going to get out because somebody else is going to pop up. I'm going to have to stop, and I'm going to have to say hey, and I don't want to do that. But Evan, anything you need, just give us a holler. We'll do what we can. And Jesse, I'm working on that video. I'm going to try and figure out a way to get it to you. So
no worries.
All right. Well, and Diane, pretty good to meet you. We're going to get out of here. I'm going to find the end broadcast button, and we'll see y'all later.